Alright, so we have Dust 2 now, and let's just say we're going to start off pistol strat on T side. And a lot of people don't know certain strats that you can do. So first, let me test off if everything works as planned. Yes, it does. Okay, so let's just say you're starting off on Dust 2, and you spawn for B spawn. You have multiple people stacked right here, and like maybe one or two down there. And that's good for B spawn. So what can you do? Now, first strat that you can do, you can have 3 people buy that are leading with armor. One guy can buy a Tech 9, or maybe one guy can buy a CZ or a P250 if he wants to pierce through armor. And one guy can buy a nades, so you can buy smoke and 2 flashes. You can buy smoke, flash, and nade sheet is what's recommended. But what you do, so you start off, the guy with smokes and flashes leads out. Now he doesn't need armor obviously because he's going. So you can do this flash right here. As you can see, that starts off and that pops out right there, which isn't a bad flash. The guy at car isn't taken, but that's not the most important part. You can do it a little bit closer and get a better angle at it. And if you get a better angle, it pops out different spots, and you get yourself a nice flash right there. And that flashes everybody up until maybe this guy at car. So the guy at car won't be flashed. So how do we counter that? You can come in here through tunnels and get a nice smoke. So if you're coming up close, get a good angle on a smoke, and that's a shitty one. We're going to redo that smoke once it clears out. But essentially what the smoke does, you come in here and you wrap around by doing a strafe crouch, and then you can get double stack, this back plat, you can wrap around all the way to car, and you get yourself a nice smoke for that. So what you do then is just you come up close, get a little bit wider smoke, and then this smoke right here smokes out window. This smoke doesn't smoke out door, but it smokes out window. This box right here doesn't get back plat. You can go a little bit different. You can just smoke right here, and then that one smokes window. That one smokes a little bit double stack. Doors taken, cars open. Then what you do is just rush out. If I can get this, so if he buys 2 flashes, he can throw that smoke, and then he can pop out flashes like that. So just he throws the smoke, throws a flash, wraps around, bada bing, bada bomb, dead, 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 dead. Be sure to check your corners. These are common hiding spots for CTs. One right there, one at barrels, one at double stack, one behind double stack, one under window, one at this trash box, barrels, car, door, behind door. Common spots to hide. So here's that B side take. Now, what if you're not on pistol? Sucks to suck, and he smokes off right here. Uh-oh. So what you can do is wait out the smoke and be very quiet in tons and walk, and wait for the smoke to clear. That gives time CTs to position. They can position outside the tunnel, they can position back plat, they can position by double stack, they can position by the box right there, and you can wait out the smoke. And what you can do is when the smoke clears out, watch this. So say you throw a Molotov. Now you see quite a bit. You see the guy back plat, you see the guy right there at boxes, and you can see the guy at lower tunnels can see you. But what happens when you throw a Molotov in view? Oh, god damn it. So let's try that again. So what happens if we take a Molotov, toss it in the exact same spot, and then play back plat? Wait a second. It acts like a smoke. It's very hard to see back there. You can see the top, maybe a little bit there, but, you know, for a lower ranked player, that's nothing. So, right there, that's a way for you to abuse a Molotov for $400, which is better than the CT's $500 one or $600 one, because when you're playing close Molotov, you see everything. They, at a distance, can't see much. Up here, he sees a little bit. But that's ways to take Dust to B site. If they smoked it off and you don't have a molly or something, or you don't want to wait it out, you can just make some noise at D tunnels, come out here, don't get picked, cat, please, don't get picked lower tunnels, please. If you want to, you can flash out here, you don't have to. Come into the box right here in the corner, everyone knows this smoke, unless you're lower level, aim right at the top corner of that, right there, aim right there from that box, and look at that, you got yourself a mid to B smoke. Look how beautiful it is. Another person can come in here into Humvee, and I used to be able to do this, but let's see, you aim like right there, let it go, and this might fail miserably, and that would be me. Obviously it'll fail, but look at that, a beautiful Dust 2 B tunnel smoke for B tunnel smoke. So you just come into Humvee, aim like to the left of this crease by a pixel, and aim down about an inch, and it doesn't have to be beautiful, but it's right about this area. You got yourself a tunnel smoke. Another one you can do is, I just had it too. Right here, block yourself in here if you want to be a little bit more exposed. Get B right here, line up right at the top of B, let go of the smoke. And as you can see, that smokes off tunnels too. Things you can do for B also, if there's a guy playing the one, I know this smoke or flash right there. If you just run flash, as you can see, that pops up and everybody in the site is flashed out, from car to under window, even back plat is up for debate. So if he's right here, he's going to be flashed, anything up from that spot. And so what you just do, you can do that. What I like to do maybe is also throw a flash here, and that comes in and flashes the site. It's a little bit more obvious. There's one here that I can't do, see? So that's why I can't do it, but that's another way to smoke or flash over. That's a little bit closer. That actually could work. That flash is, you could, never mind, I'm stupid. But that's what you can do when you take out B. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm stupid, when this smoke is playing, you can, when I say wrap around here, you can do this, and then wrap to car. Another guy takes his smoke, he throws a smoke there, you smoked off door. You can stand anywhere right here and just do a medium throw, and it lands on window, and then you're safe to plant. Here's the different plant spots. You can plant for tunnel, door, your car. You can plant safe from window or door. You can plant safe from tunnels and door. You can plant very dangerously. You can plant safe from window. You can plant safe from everything. You can plant up here and be completely exposed, and that's a nice little spot, but it's very visible. You can plant up here. You can't plant on the double stack, sadly. It'd be cool if you could, but you can't. So you can just plant out here. This is safe from tunnels around here. So that's different places you can go for dust, or for B. Ways to hold B, what you do on CT side for B. So let's just say you have an M4. You can do multiple things. You can sit here, flash that over, and get people on mid and cross over. You can smoke mid, but I wouldn't waste the smoke. You can come out here. You can do the tunnel smokes if you're retaking, but I wouldn't do that. Just run in, take your smoke out, pop it right there, and position yourself, and you got yourself a good smoke to take out. What people don't realize about smokes is look where it starts, but look where I get blind. I have that much room right there, as you can see, to be blind. So what people don't realize about rushing through smokes is you're still visible when you're blind. So don't rush through smokes, people. Please, do us, everybody a favor. Don't rush through smokes. Oh, and if you are rushing to a site, don't stop in the doorway or on the side. Guess what? Everybody dies that way, so stop blocking the doorways. Now, when you're taking B, you can do multiple things. So, let's just say you're taking B. Jesus Christ. You come in here, you can play multiple spots, you can play car, multiple angles, you can play barrels that you're exposed, you can play right here. Right here is a little bit exposed, but the problem with view models is that your left side is a lot bigger than your right side, so I'd play like right here, and that's a good spot to play. I like to play this spot. If you want to lead them with an M4A1S, you can play right here, you can play a little bit safer and get a nice little advantage. I play right here sometimes, but you're a little bit predictable here, and you're a little bit visible, so if you like to go around corner and then you just get yourself headshots. Barrels, to my knowledge, are impenetrable, if I am not mistaken. Let me try something. Yep, they're impenetrable with AKs, so they should be impenetrable with M4s. I don't know about ops, but barrels are a good way to hide. They can just aim for your head. You can play right here by trash bags. You can play back here, back plat behind headshot box. You can crouch down here behind this wooden boxes. Alright, different spots you can play. You can play, if you're watching mid to be in window, you can play window up here, or you can play right here, and then obviously you can just, when the smoke's gone, another player can throw smoke right there. That was a terrible smoke. Don't recreate that smoke. You can, just put a little run throw into that, and you got yourself that, and you can watch mid to be. So that's ways you can take you can hold the site, that is. Oh, I'm stupid. There's one for car. You can come up here, smoke it off, and then, if I can get this, come up here. You can crouch, walk around here, jump here, and you can watch tunnels. And when this is smoked off, they can't see unless they're rushing, so you come up here and just do the same thing on T side if you prefer that. I think this is a little quicker than walking. That's a way to get up here. Different spots to hold it from are right to the left side of tunnels. here's a little sneaky spot with an M4. Just make sure your silencer's off or facing the wall so you don't get seen. So that's a good way to hold Dust 2's B site on CT side. Next up, what can you do if you're on T side now? So I'm going to switch to different sites, and you want to rush cat. And this one I like. I showed it off in my last video. Now, I'm very bad at the smoke. In fact, I don't think I'm going to hit it at all. So you just aim at here, and I think you aim up here and jump throw, which you need to set up a bind to do perfectly. This is not going to land at all. Don't recreate that smoke. That's terrible smoke. But that's an Xbox smoke that I need to experiment with to get better. But what happens then is that smokes off Xbox, if you could do it right. Make sure somebody can smoke off Xbox. Please, somebody learn the Xbox smokes. But no, you start off on T side, smoke mid, and you can run through suicide or around it for the smoke to go. And you see it smokes off mid, and then you can do multiple things. If you want to smoke off, that actually smoked off lower tunnels pretty well, but you can throw that deeper for mid smoke. You can flash over there if you want. You don't have to. You can come up here, a teammate can flash this, and you got yourself a nice little pop flash there for that guy. You can aim it a little higher, and I don't know why it keeps bouncing off that wall. It really shouldn't. Don't you love it when things don't work your way? But you just aim it a little bit to the right, maybe, and that pops out right there. That's the right smoke. That's the right flash. And there you go. And that flashes that guy, that guy, that guy. I wish people would know this smoke or this flash better. But if you run through, oh my god, I'm terrible. If you run through and bounce it off there, look where that pops. That's a beautiful spot to pop because then everybody is blind. So that's a cat take. Just aim it here, look backwards, and look, everybody is blind. Everybody's blind. That guy's blind. If he's playing backwards, that guy's blind. That guy's blind. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, that. People are blind here, and people don't take advantage of this flash. I see people, they flash like this, and like, sure, that's cool, but it's like predictable. You have so much time for it to pop. And then not everybody's flash. It's right here, but if somebody's watching elevator or right there, they're not getting flash. Here, this is a pop flash. Come up here, it's not pretty, and you got yourself, look, that extended out even further. You can get yourself, everybody's flashed out. Look how far that flashes out as a pop. Everybody's blind when you play this, except the guy Goose, obviously, and anybody playing right on the box in safe spot. So what you do, so you come into long, or you come into cat, take this site, you can come up here, do this, smoke CT, take your sights, you can smoke different CT if you want to. You can smoke corner off, that's a terrible smoke, but you can smoke corner off. Do this with a nade or a molly. If somebody's defusing, for example, on site, you can do this with a molly, or you can do this with a nade. Aim at the pizza sign, that's a terrible molly. You can aim a little bit above the pizza sign, you know, and that lands right at the site, and that takes care of a lot of the sites, and you can play around with it to make it last, you know, a little longer into these regions. That's a way to take care of it. You can, you know, that's just a way to take cat right there. And then to take cat, one can play goose and watch cat, one can play this spot and watch cat, one can play here and watch cat. One can play back here and watch cat. One can play ramp and watch cat. Somebody has to watch long, but somebody can play ramp right here. In fact, give weapon underscore up. So what people don't realize is this spot, you get an op, and look right here. You can view cat and actually wallbang through this spot with an op or a scout. As you can see, that went right there. So that's a nice little sneaky beaky spot for you to camp if you want to take care of. Cat. If somebody, for example, is rushing long and rushing up like this, what you can do is pop it up here, a flash, bada bing, bada boom, you got it. Everybody's dead. If you're a little bit late to the party because, you know, you're fashionably late and you're better than everybody else, you can pop this flash with a run. It's a little bit more predictable, I think, but, you know, that pops out here very nicely for you to flash everybody in long, besides the guys obviously playing that area. Ways to stop a long, or a cat rush. This is a dangerous spot, but you can play this spot. You can actually have a person boost you up fast cat. Everybody knows that. You can boost up fast cat, and then you can play max 7 and get here pretty quickly. You can wrap around here, but the best probably is if you want to take a long and want to cover cat also. Let's just say spawn right here, run backwards, throw the smoke, and then run out to long, and let's see how that lands. and that smokes off the area pretty good. Maybe just not right there for the op spot. And you can experiment around, throw it in different spots for you to take cat smoke off pretty well. But that's how you can stop a cat push. You can molly off, and you can have multiple people, different spots to play a cat. We saw goose, safe boxes right there. So that's different ways to play cat. Next, T side, if you want to rush long. I love long rushes because of these smokes. So here's different ways. So if you spawn right here, you got yourself the best spawn ever. You see the sand right here? This sand's important. And you see this area right here? This area is important. You see these smokes and 2 flashes right here? This is important. You need to practice this. I need to practice this. So right when you run here, aim here, and right when you reach the sand, walk. You tap, walk, and you toss your smoke. So it's going to look a little bit like this. Tap, walk, throw. And I need to practice this. Take out your flash, flash out, and look where that smoked. Smoked off corner pretty easily. So what happens when you smoke off corner? Jesus Christ. Look, this op has to pull all the way around here, and in that time, you're already right there, and you can blast his face. Now this guy can run into pit, and you just take care of pit. But that's a beautiful spot. That's a way. That's my favorite way to rush long. Shift tap. Throw to your 2 flashes. That's a horrible flash. But there's your corner smoke. Another one, if you want to delay it a bit more, you can come up into car, aim right about there, and then look where that lands. And that's another corner smoke. It's a little close. Just aim a little bit to the right. When you come out here, Jesus Christ, this skybox is too low. And that's corner smoke off for you. I'm about to die, aren't I? But that's a way, and then you can just throw 2 flashes, bounce it off a skybox. You can go from there. You can actually, what I like to do is throw that smoke and then make it fake long with a bunch of flashes, and then go cat or mid to B. That's a good way if they like to over rotate. Jesus Christ. So that's another way to do it. Is there another long take? You know, there's different ways. There's certain flashes you can do, like right about there, and that flashes out pretty nicely right there. That's a way to do it. I don't know anymore. I wonder about this one actually. What happens if I stand in this corner right here and throw the flash right about that smoke right there? Where does that land? I was actually experimenting that. There you go. So that's a way to smoke off corner also. If you you know, have a little bit of extra time on your hands, you can stand in this corner. I don't know why you would take this spot. Maybe if you're camping one cut, and you can just aim up a little bit. So that's a nice way to smoke off corner. And then you just bada bing, bada boom. You got your 2 flashes. Come out here. You don't need to check corner. Check here. Check there. Check there. Check this corner. This is a sneaky beaky spot if your corner smoke is a little too deep. For example, if you throw the smoke a little bit too deep, this guy can camp right here, and that's a good spot. Take there. Check pit. Check pit plat. That's what I like to call it. Check your barrel. Barrel is a common spot to camp. So that's a way to take long A. I don't know the smoke very well, but you camp out in the corner of the barrel, aim up a little bit right at the antenna, and then let go right there somewhere. Oh my god, that's awful. Don't ever recreate my smokes. They're horribly done. And I am stupid at this game, and I am terrible at this game. Is that right? No. Anyway, no, I'm retarded. Don't ever copy my smokes. But what you can do then, since I can't seem to hit that smoke, just come around here and just throw the CT smoke, and then that's, you know, left side's a little open, but there you can experiment where it's not a necessity. You can molly this off, you can check goose, you can smoke off goose. You know, I don't know why I threw that smoke, but you can smoke off goose, and there's just certain ways for you to take care of, you know, CT pushes. Obviously, be careful with the counters that I showed for cat. The counters that I showed for cat and long rushes are still apply there. So what can you do as a CT to take care of long? Well, you can start off, let's just say you're in spawn and you know they might rush long. So you start off here, come here, I showed you this already, smoke off your cat, and then start running all the way. You can do this, and you got yourself a nice little flash there. You could do the same thing here with the smoke, and then you got yourself a decent enough long smoke, and then they can't really do anything there. So if I come in here, stop lagging computer, they don't see anything. They can just loop around here though, so be careful to wait that out. If they smoke your corner kind of deep, Obviously, I showed this spot. Did it wrong. Actually, that worked. Sit here and crouch, and sometimes it works. Depends on how deep the smoke went. Like right here, you're still dead. So there's just different spots to hold on. You can hold pit. You can hold right there, there. You can boost up car. But that's different strats for you to be able to take Dust 2 at a little level. You know, just different ways you can take care of, you know, different ways to take care of certain sites. And there's a little pop flash for you for Cat. So yeah, so that's how you should take care of Dust 2 on both sides of the map. Thank you.